Hello everyone, welcome back again. How are we all feeling on this beautiful Friday afternoon? The weather has been sensational. Look at my eye. Not too good, is it? I'll tell you what happened later on. It's very painful though. Although I'm not very good with pain. It almost ruined my evening last night. I was in the kitchen cooking and all of a sudden, big issues. If you're on, guys, say hello, say hello. I'd love to talk to you. I'm excited about tonight's live, guys, because if there's one question that we get, it's often in regards to sugar. It's probably one of the most misunderstood things I can think of, as in people demonize it. It's usually the first thing they cut out of their diets, and they make these decisions based on usually what they've read or heard on TV, but they don't actually know the facts behind sugar and whether that is the right thing to do. And I truly believe, hello everyone, jump on, say hi. And we shouldn't really demonize any foods. The second we start demonizing foods, hey Kate, how are you? The second we start demonizing, hey Claire, any questions about sugar, comment them below. The second we start demonizing foods, that's when we have big issues. I'm just sharing this to the groups now. We'll kick off the live at 5:33 once it is shared all over Facebook. 11 people on. Say hello. I'd love to have a chat to you. Look, unbelievable. I thought it was supposed to be safe in isolation. Okay. It's in the groups. Now we're going to all of the pages. Okay. On Cardiff. We're broadcasting on Adamson. Alicia Duffy, how are you? What are some of your questions around sugar? Okay, Walls End. Sean, mate, how are you? It's been a while. I miss our Thursday mornings in Curry Curry. Hopefully, ScoMo can let us back soon. Yeah, the eye is sore. Look at it. I sent a picture of my eye last night in the WhatsApp group with all of our trainers, and they all had a great big laugh. I was in pain. Okay, Walls End, it's on. Okay, we're going to go to Curry and Walls End, and then we're going to kick off. So questions about sugar, guys. Any questions about sugar, anything you've heard, pop it below, and I'll start answering them. In 2 minutes, guys, we'll discuss my thoughts on sugar and what I think you should do with sugar in your diet. 2 more minutes. There's 13 people on. Say hello. Brody, how are you? Me and Brody moved a bunch of equipment today. It was tons of fun. It was like just an hour straight of farmer's carry. So I'm very, very tired. So I'm going to have a big dinner tonight. Hey, Nikki, how are you? I did nutrition coaching with Nikki. I think she has a fair idea about my opinion on sugar. Awesome. Listen, in the car. It's good. Aileen, how are you? I'm going to keep looking at my eye, because even when I look at it, it still worries me. Look at it. I literally could have lost it. All right. Chelsea's finished her walk. Oh, Carolyn's finished her walk. Yeah, I just saw your photo, Carolyn. 17,000 steps is absolutely fantastic. Nelly, how are you? Okay, guys. Let's talk about sugar. Okay. When people come to us about nutrition, one of the biggest questions I get is around sugar. Someone will say, Jamie, I've started a diet. I'm doing really well. I've cut sugar out of my diet. I'm like, oh, really? Yeah. Like I used to have 1 teaspoon of sugar in my coffee. Now I have none. And I look at that person with his face and I try and be as polite as possible. And I say to that person, now, Brody, do you really think that teaspoon of sugar is responsible for you gaining weight or for you losing weight? The answer is no. So sugar isn't bad. Sugar isn't evil. We shouldn't demonize sugar. Sugar is a carbohydrate, but sugar is like alcohol. Sugar is like any other food, chicken, beef, steak, protein, vegetables, chocolate. We should not demonize foods. Now, the way I view sugar is simply a bad deal. Now, what do I mean by that? Sugar is a bad deal in regards to how much you get of it for what you get out of it. So for example, 1 teaspoon of sugar is 4 calories. Okay? If you were to have 25 grams of sugar, that would be 5 teaspoons. You think about how small that would be, right? You consume that. Now, would that sugar fill you up? Would that sugar leave you feeling satiated? Would that sugar make you feel good? Let's switch that. If you were to have 100 grams of blueberries, which is almost a whole bowl of blueberries, think about how much that will help you stay full in the long run. All those vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. So if we're talking strictly fat loss, if we were to have 100 calories of sugar or 100 calories of blueberries, the fat loss results directly would be exactly the same. However, on one side, you're getting a horrifically bad deal. And on the other side, you're getting vitamins, minerals. It's more volume of food. It's going to keep you full for longer. A few other examples. A can of Coke is 160 calories. That is 36 grams of sugar. Now, you have that can of Coke, or you can have 3 Weet-Bix. What's going to keep you fuller for longer? So in the end of the day, guys, it comes down to your energy balance and the calorie number of food. However, if you are dieting and you are reducing your calories and you are eating less, sugar is a bad choice due to the volume of the food and due to how you feel after it. However, you can have sugar in your diet and still lose fat. So for example, I have 3 gluten-free Weet-Bix every morning. I have 5 grams of sugar, which is 20 calories. So the fact that I know it's 5 grams of sugar and the fact that I know that it's 20 calories and that it's in my total daily calorie intake, then it's not a problem. If you cannot measure something or you do not measure something, then it is a problem. Okay, sugar is type 2 diabetes. Sugar causes that. Not really true. If you were in a calorie deficit and you removed sugar or you removed other food and the calorie deficit remained the same, you would still see progress in your type 2 diabetes. Back in the 80s, even before I was born, they were demonizing fat. Fat was evil. Fat was awful. We can't eat fat because it makes you fat. We can't eat fat because it gives you heart disease. We can't eat fat because it's high in cholesterol. However, obesity kept going up. Obesity kept going up. So what did the food companies do? All of a sudden, everything was 97% fat-free. Skim milk, like low-fat cheese, low-fat yogurt. They've taken the fat out of the food, and obesity is still rising. So now fat is healthy for you. Put butter in your coffee. Have avocado. Now sugar is the devil. So literally, like a food company or the media will choose a certain food, whether it's fat or sugar. They'll demonize it. They'll make it sound bad. Following that, all these products come out, fat-free products, or now there's low sugar products. Did you know in skim milk has more sugar than full cream milk? However, skim milk is lower calories. So regardless of the sugar intake, the skim milk is going to help you reach your goal if you are trying to create a calorie deficit, right? So with sugar, the reason why I would be careful with it and I would eat it in moderation, the number one thing, it is very easy to overeat. So once again, if we're following a meal plan and we're trying to stay on track, we want to choose foods that fill us up and that aren't easy to overeat, right? So if you were to have 10 teaspoons of sugar, 400 calories, put it in water, stir it, drink it, you'll get nothing out of it. However, if you were to have 400 calories in rice, you'd be full, you'd be satiated, you'd have energy for the rest of the day. So if we consumed 400 calories of sugar or we consumed 400 calories of rice, in regards to our fat loss, it would be exactly the same. However, how you feel for the rest of the day will be drastically different based on the fact that the rice makes you feel good and the sugar, not so much. In saying that, if you have a night out, if you are going to a dessert bar, if you are going to have some chocolate or some sugar or some soft drink, just do what I do and measure it. So if you were eating 2,000 calories, right? The first 1,700 calories you've eaten, healthy foods, you've had high protein intake, you've hit your protein goal for the day. The last 300 calories, drink sugar. Like literally, put it in your mouth with a spoon if you want it. Those last 300 calories, enjoy those calories, but just measure it. So instead of having like going to Yogurt Land and getting a huge tub of yogurt, or going to Cold Rock, or going to a dessert bar, if you were to have, I know because I have them all the time, if you were to have a Magnum brownie, 250 calories, loaded with sugar, if you were to have the other 50 calories of lollies, and it was 300 calories, that's fine. But just make sure it is accounted for in your meal plan. Kimberly Champ. Hey Kimberly, how are you? What's something easy to take to work for lunch that's high energy? So when you're looking for energy, when you're looking to take things to work, you need to think low calorie, nutrient dense. So low calorie, nutrient dense. So sugar is the opposite of that. It is high calorie, nutrient poor. So a low calorie food, which is nutrient dense, is fruit. So banana, if for example, a snack would be around 300 calories. You could have a banana, you could have 100 grams of blueberries, and you could have a YoPro yogurt. Now you think about that snack at work, a banana, a bowl of blueberries, and a yogurt, or sugar. Once again, they're both 300 calories, it is the same result in the end. However, what's going to make you feel good? What's going to make you feel bad? Kimberly, when 3 p.m. rolls around, and you're having that mid-afternoon nap, or you're getting a bit tired, if you've had that banana, that blueberries, and the yogurt, you're probably going to feel better than if you felt with the sugar. So based off that, the next step is all about adherence, sustainability, and consistency. So if you would have a high sugar diet, if you're consistently having sugar, it's a low volume of food, you're going to be hungrier, therefore you will probably eat more. So if you are trying to lose weight, I would limit your sugar intake purely based off the fact is what I mentioned at the start of this live. It's a bad deal. If you continually make a bad deal after a bad deal after a bad deal, at the end of the day, you probably haven't hit your protein goal. You're going to be hungry, you're not going to feel good, and you are more likely to binge eat, you are more likely to overeat later on. So throughout the day, we want to make good deals. Now, if you would make 4 good deals and 1 bad deal, hit your protein goal, hit your calorie goal, and that bad deal is some sugar, that's fine. But just don't overeat sugar, don't overconsume it, and if you are going to have it, measure it. To this day, and I mean to this day, I have a teaspoon of sugar, I have food scales, and I measure it. Because I'm the same as everyone. It's not just like a heaped teaspoon would be 100 calories. A leveled off teaspoon is probably 50. I just measure it to make sure. Kimberly Champ. Also, how many calories is good for your main meals during the day? Kimberly, we've got about 20 lives now. Go back and watch some of them. I'll keep this one short and sweet. When you consume your calories, how often you consume your calories is the same as the talk about sugar. It is all about your preferences. So for example, if you were like 3 meals, you should have 3 meals of 666 calories equaling 2,000. That 2,000 number I've plucked out of the air, that's an example. If you want to have 6 meals, you'd have 6 meals of 330 calories. If you want to have 10 meals, you'd have 10 meals of 200 calories. You want to have 1 meal, have 1 meal of 2,000 calories. The same talk with the sugar. If you were to have 1 meal of 2,000 calories, you would probably feel awful. If you were to have 10 meals of 200, you'd be eating all day. It's not very practical. If you were to have 5 meals of 400 calories, breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, that should give you a level energy for the entire day, making you feel good. Therefore, you're more likely to adhere and stick to your goal. At the end of the day, guys, whether it's sugar, alcohol, fatty foods, fast food, you can have them in your meal plan, but they need to be measured and accounted for. And those meals need to be surrounded with good, healthy, unprocessed food. It's going to leave you satiated and giving you all the vitamins and minerals that you need. So, brief summary, sugar is not the devil. Part 2, sugar can be the devil if you overeat it, which it is easy to overeat. 3 would be, if you are going to have sugar, measure it. 4 would be, make sure that you're not replacing good, healthy food for high sugar meals. And 5, if you are going to include sugar in your diet, make sure that you hit your protein goal first. And number 1, stick to your calorie goal. Every live I talk about calories because there is a hierarchy of fat loss. 1, calories. If you eat more, then you burn, you put on weight. If you lose more, then you burn. If you burn more than you eat, you lose weight. Period, point blank. I don't care about thyroid conditions. I don't care about vegan, intermittent fasting, keto, every diet out there, you name it. If that equation is off, if you eat more, you gain weight. If you burn more, you will lose weight. That's 1. Number 2 is your macronutrient split, your carbs, proteins, and fats. Bottom line, hit your protein goal around 1.5 to 2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. The remainder of your calories can come from fat or carbohydrates. That's your preference. Step 3 is micronutrients. That's why we limit sugar, so you can hit your nutrient goal. Step 4 would be nutrient timing, making sure you're eating meals to make yourself feel good. Step 5, and if step 4 is here, step 5 is down here, would be supplements. All right, calorie intake, macronutrient split, micronutrients, nutrient timing, and then we would have supplements under there. So guys, nutrition is a very, 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 very how would I say this? Complicated topic, right? So it's hard to get across these points on Facebook Live, which is why we do one-on-one coaching, right? I can teach you everything I know in 6 weeks. Literally, 6 weeks. Everything I know, you would know. Because it is complicated, but to get to your goal, 98% of you only need to learn about 4 or 5 things, right? The other 2%, they're the elite athletes, bodybuilders, performance, endurance. Okay, Kate Riley, any tips for how to beat recovery? Any tips for how to best recover from a sugar blowout in the day? So you need to know what your sugar blowout is. So for example, if you go over, so it's not the sugar blowout, it would be your calorie blowout. Does that make sense? You don't blow out your calories from sugar, you blow out your calories from eating too many calories. So for example, Kate, if you're eating 2,000 calories a day, and let's just say you're trying to lose body fat, you'd be eating 14,000 calories a week, right? Now, if your blowout day, if you have 3,000 calories on Monday, for example, you've overeaten by 1,000 calories, your job over the next 6 days is to get those calories back on those days. So don't look at your calories or your sugar intake as one day. Look at it over the week. So I had a client, Nikki McLaughlin, she was watching before. Her diet was 14,000 calories a week. Nikki is very social. She loves lunch. She loves wine with the girl. So we designed a strategy together. So Nikki would be eating less calories Monday through Thursday, and then the extra calories she'd be having, or sugar she'd be having with her friends on the weekend, was accounted for. Does that make sense? So stick to a weekly goal, right? So even the word blowout I don't like, because the word blowout, it could be 500 calories or it could be 3,000 calories. So even when you do blow out, just track it. That's why I'm so high on tracking. Like, there's nothing I've done that's been more beneficial for my health and fitness than tracking my food. There's Nikki McLaughlin. Believe him, 6 weeks and lost 6 kilos. Now, let me tell you a story about Nikki. Every single week, Jamie, I can't lose weight. Jamie, I can't lose weight. Jamie, I can't lose weight. I've tried everything. And I said to Nikki, I said, have you tracked your food for one day? She shook her head, right? So Nikki thought she was eating 1,200 calories, but then Nikki would have these massive blowouts or massive hits of sugar from Thursday through Sunday, and then she may have been eating 1,200 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday was 5,000, Saturday was 5,000, Sunday was 5,000. So her weekly calorie intake was way over what she thought. right? So look at your calorie intake on a week to basis. The other reason why I absolutely despise cheat days, because someone will be working with us, they'll be good for 6 days, they'll be eating chicken and broccoli, which is ridiculous in the first place. Chicken and broccoli, chicken and broccoli, chicken and broccoli, chicken and broccoli, chicken and broccoli. Saturday, Sunday, they'd have cheat days. And just like Nikki, they'd be in a calorie deficit Monday through Friday, but they'd be so ravishing, they'd be so deprived of good food during the week that Saturday, Sunday, they would really, I don't like the word blow out, but they would blow out. They'd be 5,000 each day, going over their weekly intake, which is why they didn't get results, right? So I hope that makes sense. So weekly calorie intake. I had Megan Peake, a member at Adamstown, inbox me yesterday in regards to help with nutrition. And the first thing I did was tell her to track her food for a week. If you don't track your food for a week, I don't know where to start. I can't help you. Hey, Kate. Hey, Ellen. If Meg came to me and goes, Jamie, I want to lose body fat, what do I do? Right? If I was to start her on 1,500 calories, she might lose weight or she might gain weight. If Meg tracks for a week and Meg gives me, say Meg weighs 80 kilos Monday, she tracks for 7 days, say she's eating 14,000 calories, and then next Monday she's 80 kilos, well then I know that 2,000 calories is her maintenance, which means that's the number of calories she can eat without losing or gaining weight. So from there, I might go to 1,900 calories, and I might encourage Meg to get an extra 5,000 steps and do an extra workout. That would cause an initial fat loss. Once that stopped working, we might go to 1,800. What we don't want to do is just, because Kimberly, how do you pick your calories? I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do. I don't know how active you are. I don't know whether you lift weights. I don't know how many steps you're doing. And most people, Kimberly, not picking on you, but most people in this feed, being a female, they choose 1,200 calories. So then let's say Kimberly eats 1,200 calories, like Nikki McLaughlin was, and then she's not losing weight. Well, then what do we do? Do we go to 1,100? Do we go to 1,000? Hey, Sean, how are you, mate? Do we go to 900? So what I'd do is I'd encourage you all to track your food for a week, work out what you consume for that week, and work out, did you lose weight? Did you gain weight? And then you can make a decision from there. Once again, very, very complicated. That's why we do a 6-week coaching course. All right, guys, I've been on for 21 minutes. Hey, Ryan, how are you? I'm going to go make some dinner. Tonight, I'm going to have 2 gluten-free chicken schnitzels, which is 350 calories. And I'm going to have 500 grams of sweet potato fries. I'm going to pour chicken salt on it because it's not bad, just like sugar. I'm going to have 850 calories. I'm going to have that big bloated carb filling after, which is going to put me into a nice deep sleep. So tomorrow morning I can wake up, and Mitch and I are running our usual Saturday morning EMOM. So every minute on the minute, right? So the perfect workout to join in. Kimberly, you can join in. Feel free. 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll be on here live for everyone to see. Oh yeah, by the way, the black eye, how it happened. So I was cooking last night, and Ellen brought home these resistance bands, and I thought, this is phenomenal. I can start doing more things at home and add more exercises into my routine. What you do is, it's one of those ones that you put in the door, and then it's got handles on it. So I was doing just some reverse flies, just like so from here, like this, just reverse flying back. And I was pulling quite hard, and the door wasn't closed properly, and then the door fucking blew open, and this thing just came back and hit me in the face. So it was a home workout injury. So be careful at home workouts, and make sure if you use resistance bands, make sure that is secured in the door properly. I wish it was filmed because I hit the deck hard and I was down for about 3 or 4 minutes, and I had ice on my eye last night. And worse than that, I actually burnt dinner. There have been so many gym videos on Facebook about home gym fails. I was one of them, but I wasn't filming everything, which is unusual because I do film a lot. All right, guys, have a lovely, lovely night. 9 a.m. tomorrow, the EMOM. I'll see you all there. Have a good night. Bye.